Oh, where's Woody? Where's Woody? He should be back from the movie any minute now. I'm starting to get worried. Whew, I'm back. Woody, hey, how's the movie? I have no words. You have no words. Was it good? Was it bad? Did Pixar do a good job? They did an amazing job. I might have to do a review on this. Woody, can I join? Did you see the movie? No. Then no, you can't join. Sorry. Aw, man. I knew I should have went to the movies with Woody. Hi guys, this is WeFan360 here, and today I saw Incredibles 2. And before I say my review, I just want to say this movie might have to be at least in my top 10 favorite Pixar movies now. So I might have to switch up my Pixar movies a little bit more and put Incredibles 2 into it, because this movie, I don't know which one's better, 1 or 2, but I think 2 just made the cut of the original Incredibles, and I'll tell you that reason. This movie has a lot of action and has a lot of, great scenery. It has a lot of great memorables of these characters after all these years from the original Incredibles, and of course Incredibles, one of my favorite Pixar movies. It's probably not my absolute best, but I would put it in a top 10 list. It's probably one of the Pixar movies I watch less than other Pixar movies, but this one is WeFan360's dad's favorite Pixar movie of all time. I was surprised at first when he told me, but I can see why he loves this movie. It just has a bunch of action, and and my dad loves superhero movies and such. Okay, on to the review. This movie, it started off with the Pixar short, and the Pixar short wasn't bad. It was okay. I always said to myself to get to the movie because I don't really care about the Pixar shorts, honestly. But this Pixar short was pretty nice. It was sweet, and the ending was really sad. But anyways, yeah. But it was an okay Pixar short, not the best. Okay, now I'll get to the review. This movie started off with a boy talking about Violet for some reason. Met Violet at school or something like that, and then talking about how he just realized that Violet is a superhero in The Incredibles and stuff like that, and because she took off her mask by mistake because she was irritated that her parents left Violet, Dash, and Jack behind while they stopped the criminal who were stealing some money or something from a bank and stuff like that. And she was irritated. She took off the mask. The boy that she met was under the car and hiding, which was a stupid hiding place by all means, but it was pretty stupid hiding place to put to be under a car and while all of this chaos is happening. But yeah, and he ran away because he probably thought Violet was some kind of freak who was in the superhero group and stuff like that. So yeah, and they stopped the criminal. Everyone did actually, since Dash, Violet didn't want to take care of Jack. They just wanted to help and stuff like that. So they followed them, they helped, they saved the day until the cops came by and saw the Incredibles and got them not arrested. They were fine, but they were close to getting arrested because apparently superheroes were illegal in the city now, which they were underground for a long time and stuff like that. And a bunch of other stuff happened. They were mad because superheroes shouldn't be illegal because bad things could have happened and stuff like that. Like bad chaos things can happen. And apparently the group of Incredibles were staying at some kind of motel and stuff like that for a long time apparently. And they said they had to be there for another 2 weeks and stuff before they get everything sorted out. And yeah. The dinner scene was probably one of my favorites. I don't know why. Dash was probably really hilarious in the motel with the vegetables and, and Violet saying, "Did you wash your hands?" It was in the trailer, but it was still hilarious even watching it in the movie. It was pretty hilarious. But it was fun. Elastigirl and Mr. Incredible were arguing because Helen's saying that heroes shouldn't be allowed. Heroes should just stay low and just keep it covered, and so that so they don't get in trouble anymore. Mr. Incredible said superheroes need to be illegal. They just need to, they just need to happen and stuff like that. And because something bad or chaos can happen in the city, and without superheroes, something bad could really happen. So yeah. And yeah, so Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl were talking near the pool or something like that. And then Frozone came over. Frozone, it's great to see him back. He's hilarious somewhat. He said he got an invitation to meet some guy and stuff like that, and need Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible, and Frozone, the three original superheroes before Violet, Dash, and Jack were born. So yeah, and they got past it. They met this guy. I forgot his name, honestly. I only knew the main characters, which is the Incredible side, so I don't remember much about their names. But it met some kind of businessman, and his sister, who I'm going to talk about her in a sec. So they're saying that they just need the three original heroes before, like I said, the three kids were born, which is Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible, and Frozone, to just save the world again. And apparently, the businessman said that Elastigirl is his best bet. And so Elastigirl is basically the main hero, not really, but she is the chosen one to be on this mission. Mr. Incredible obviously thought he was trying to stay calm and stuff like that, because he said she's better than me and stuff like that, because he's a Mr. Incredible. He's basically the leader and stuff like that. But Elastigirl said to just support her and just stay low and stay with the kids and stuff like that. It's pretty nice because Elastigirl, I don't know if she's my favorite hero or something. In this movie, but she was really kicking it. She was butt kicking everything in her missions and stuff like that. So yeah. So Elastigirl weared a new suit that she what was his name? I forgot his name either. Some kind of making person made this suit for her, and it was a pretty nice suit. I don't know if I don't know if I like the original Incredible suit more or the Elastigirl suit. I don't know which one. But I do love the Incredible suit more probably. But the Elastigirl suit that this person made for her was really shiny and it was really cool. So I liked it. So anyways, yeah. So Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl were talking. I keep saying their superhero names. I should say Bob and Helen. I don't know. I just like their hero names for some reason. But they were talking because Elastigirl doesn't know if she wants to go on her mission. She says, "I gotta stay back, stay with the kids, support the kids and all that stuff." But Mr. Incredible said, No, just go. I could take care of the kids, no problem." Elastigirl thought about it and called the businessman and said, "I'm in," and yeah, she's gonna go on her missions. So yeah, everything happened. So Mr. Incredible, who is Bob, he'd take care of the kids and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's really because Mr. Incredible doesn't know how to take care of kids. He's been saving days and stuff like that. He doesn't know how to take care of kids very well, because mostly Elastigirl has been with that job, but Mr. Incredible has to learn something about kids because he had these kids for years and stuff like that. So yeah. So Elastigirl went on her mission, trying to, with her new Elasticycle or something like that, that the businessman's sister made, and stuff like that. It was a really cool cycle. It was pretty cool. had a lot of abilities and stuff like that. When she stretched, the cycle can also, spread apart and stuff while she stretched, which was pretty nice actually. I like that. But yeah, so it was really good. She stopped a giant train, which was really incredible because, Incredibles, get it, sorry. Anyways, it was really incredible how she stopped a train by herself. It was really incredible. Yeah, she stopped the train. Apparently the train engine guy wasn't paying attention because of course he was hypnotized by the look of his eyes, and he was looking down on his screen like really hard and stuff like that. So apparently he was hypnotized, but luckily Elastigirl stopped the train before it all crashed down on the ground and stuff like that. And apparently she was really famous after that because she was all in TVs, because Mr. Incredible looked at the TVs after Elastigirl called him and stuff like that. And apparently Elastigirl was pretty excited because, she never had a big mission like this and stuff like that, and she was on TVs and all that stuff. So yeah, so that was that. Yeah, honestly, after Elastigirl called Mr. Incredible, he was trying to stay calm because he's obviously a little jealous and stuff like that because he can't go on these missions and stuff like that. By the look of his tone while he was calling Elastigirl and stuff like that, it was pretty funny, but he's trying to stay calm and stuff like that. But enough about that. Obviously, Mr. Incredible, Dash, and Violet, and Jack had to stay behind in this. I forgot to talk about this really big house. I wish I could have a house to live in. This house was really big and all that stuff. They get to live in this really popular looking house and stuff like that this businessman owns and stuff like that. And the Incredibles get to stay in that house for a while Elastigirl's doing her mission and stuff like that. Bob taking care of the kids was Bob taking care of the kids was really hilarious to me. I don't know why. Bob barely got any sleep and stuff like that by taking care of these kids. Dash, trying to figure out his math homework, and Jack. Oh yeah, I'll talk about Jack in a sec. Let's get to Violet's having some boy problems. She was really freaking out and all that stuff because she's been having boy problems. She's been having trouble socializing with him and stuff like that because apparently this guy doesn't remember her for some reason. Because Incredible talked to it started with a D, but I forgot his name. But he talked to some guy and stuff to erase his memory because Violet undid her mask and revealed her secret identity, which was a bummer because if you reveal your identity, you're gonna probably get that other person's mind. If you see a superhero's identity revealed, you're gonna have to get your memory erased, which is wow. But yeah, Violet was super mad at Mr. Incredible, so she started saying that she hated superheroes and she doesn't want them to exist and stuff like that. And she even tried to rip her suit in the sink, and it didn't work because apparently it's not breakable and stuff like that. And yeah, and she started going up her room on and off, crying and stuff like that. It was pretty funny, but at the same time kind of sad. And Jack with the raccoon was probably the funniest scene I ever saw. A lot of people were laughing at it and stuff like that, and it was really funny and stuff like that with all the powers, like night vision. Well, what is it called? Probably night vision lasers or something. Lasers out of his eyes, cloning, fire powers, all that stuff. A giant monster attack, and it had a lot of powers. Probably over 17, that's what he said. Yeah, Mr. Incredible said at the end of the movie 17 powers. That was a lot and stuff like that. It was a lot. So I really enjoyed that scene. That scene was hilarious. Yeah, so back to Elastigirl. She saved a lot of missions, trying to figure out who this screen slaver is. I think that's what it is. Yeah, the villain. I think that's what it's called. Trying to still figure out where the screen slaver is because she's been stopping, the villain's plans but she didn't find Screenslaver yet. So, she still has to find her. And then, like, later on in the movie, she found these other heroes that were hiding underground, since heroes are illegal and stuff like that. And there was a bunch of, superhero that can go in through portals, superhero that can, that can crush things, and a lot of superheroes. It was incredible. But I didn't care most about them, except the Portal girl. She was such a huge fan of Elastigirl, because after what she did, she was even scared to talk to her, which was funny. That's what I would do if I talked to some kind of celebrity or something like that. That's probably what I would do. But yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, so Elastigirl still needs to find the Screenslaver and stuff like that. Apparently the businessman's sister and her was probably like close, because Elastigirl completely trusts her and stuff like that. They were like besties in a way and stuff like that. They've been drinking, talking, stuff like that. They did say some inappropriate words that weren't meant to be said in the kids' film, like, I don't want to say it here, but you guys know what if you saw the movie. So it did say pretty much a few inappropriate words in the kids' movie, but it wasn't that bad. At least they didn't say the really, really bad words, but those words are okay, but it's still inappropriate for a kids' movie. But yeah, so after that, few minutes later, Elastigirls went try use this really attracting device after the Screenslaver tried to slave more people by using his screens and stuff like that. Elastigirl used this tracking device, tried to find him. He found the building, went in, tried to hear stuff, opened the door. This scene was probably what got I heard next to me in the theater. I heard these, near my seats. I heard these people jump after hearing that ding at the end, and then the last girl just turned around quickly. It kind of got me jumping, because it kind of scared me a little bit, but not really as much as those girls, because she legit just screamed in the theater and stuff like that. But anyways, enough of that. Get back to the movie. She was curious what's going on here, because a lot of funny things happen, like a lot of interesting things, objects, stuff like that. And then we hear the Screenslaver turned on a big screen, which had a lot of hypnotizing stuff around her. She closed her eyes, tried to fight her, and apparently the Screenslaver used this shocking thing that kind of got her paralyzed on her foot and stuff like that. And Elastigirl was still fighting. She was a tough girl and tried to fight and stuff like that. Try to get out of that room before she gets hypnotized. Quickly got out. Try to find him and stuff like that. And then she caught him and revealed him. And it was some kind of blonde guy and stuff like that, which was probably a pizza man or something like that. Called the police, put him in jail and stuff like that. But yeah, so Elastigirl caught the Screenslaver, only not. So I'm going to talk about the villain in a second, but let's get back to Bob and Violet, Dash, and Jack. Apparently Bob definitely needs some rest. He's been taking care of these kids for a past few days and stuff like that. Didn't get any rest. So he went to Elga, who was the person who made these super suits for The Incredibles in the first movie, and stuff like that. So he, apparently he wanted her to take care of Jack for a while, because of all these powers and a big responsibility, taking care of a baby for a while, all that stuff. But Elga said, I don't take care of babies, I invent and all that stuff. But after seeing Jack's powers, she was like, oh no, go, I'm gonna take care of him and all that stuff. Obviously she wanted to take care of him, because he wanted to observe him and stuff like that, and all that stuff. And Violet was reading a book or something while Bob was getting home and stuff like that. And then Bob was tired and stuff like that, and Violet was about to leave until Bob just immediately said sorry for, sorry for everything that has been happening and stuff like that. Sorry for that, all this stuff, and sorry about the boy she likes and stuff like that. And yeah, and he just wanted to be a good father, and Violet just said, you're a super dad, and you're a super, and stuff like that, and then Bob just fell asleep while Violet was hugging him, and stuff like that, and now he got some rest. Which was good, because it had a little father-daughter time, and stuff like that, so, yeah, and then, Bob woke up a few minutes later in the movie because Violet wanted him to rest and get some sleep. Yeah, while doing that and feeding him and stuff like that, Dash was eating really fast because he's Dash, he's really fast. But yeah, so enough of that. So yeah, so Elastigirl was in this really big party or something like that, saying that had this big speech that superheroes should be illegal, and was gonna meet everyone at that boat at the close from the building she was in and stuff like that, and yeah, and saying that superheroes should be illegal and let's make that happen and stuff like that. Yeah, and then Elastigirl quickly excused and all that stuff, went to this office and stuff, trying to figure out the screenslaver again because she feels like something's not right and stuff like that. And then the businessman's sister came in, gave her a drink, of course, and stuff like that, talking, and then Elastigirl soon hold the mask that she kept and stuff like that, having these hints come back to her, closely getting together, closely figuring out what has happened. And then later, after she figured it out, the businessman's sister put on these goggles that would, keep her hypnotized or something like that, and there it goes. And yeah, and there goes the villain capturing Elastigirl. So yeah, the businessman's sister was the villain in this movie, and yeah, that's something I did not expect. I had these bad vibes with her in the first place a little bit, because look how messy she is and stuff like that. I just had some bad vibes, and I just felt like she was the villain in the first place in the beginning when we first met her and introduced her in the film. But after all that, I guess she was a villain, which I was surprised, but I kind of figured she was in the first place. So, she kept Elastigirl in this really cold place, captured her in this, metal chair or something, tied her arms, and then if she moves and stretches, she'll break, and stuff like that. Yeah, and she told Elastigirl her plan, trying to make superheroes illegal forever, and trying to make humans weak and stuff like that. Saying that humans are going to be weak if these superheroes are around, making humans feel like they're weak in a way and stuff like that if superheroes stay around. So they're going to make superheroes illegal forever and stuff like that. And the villain put the goggles back on her because she's gonna make that happen by making hero slaves and stuff by using these goggles that are hypno goggles in a way, and stuff like that, and trying to get the other two heroes, which is Mr. Incredible and Frozone, because she got Elastigirl and she got the other heroes too. So yeah, so she just needs Mr. Incredible and Frozone. Yeah, so something happened, and then she tricked Mr. Incredible to come and save, his wife, Elastigirl, and stuff like that. He got caught, and this was pretty smart. Elastigirl tried, Mr. Incredible was trying to snap her out of it, and then instead she kissed him, and then she stretched out for the goggles that, the villain was carrying, and then just quickly put them on. That was kind of smart of her, but yeah, so you got Mr. Incredible, and then Frozone was trying to save the kids and stuff like that. The kids put their suits on. I forgot that part. They put the suits on. Frozone quickly stopped the villains and tried to make the kids escape by the Incredible or something like that. I forgot what it's called. Incredible or something. Mr. Incredible's car. tried to escape, and Frozone got hypnotized with the goggles and stuff. So it was up to the kids. So this was a big surprise. The kids are actually going to try to save the day, which is really smart of them, because the kids are probably the side, like in the side of the group, because they're just kids. They don't know what they're doing somewhat, but they have powers. They can use them and stuff like that. So yeah, later on it was just Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack. They can use Jack Jack's power, which was pretty smart. Violet tried to leave Dash behind with Jack Jack. Of course, Dash doesn't want to, because it's Jack Jack. It's a baby. You gotta protect it in any way. But Jack Jack immediately disappeared with his powers and just went all over the place in the boat and stuff like that. And yeah, so Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack found their parents and Frozone, because they were steering the boat to the city and stuff. They didn't know what they were doing. They were hypnotized. But luckily, Jack Jack, the lucky guy he is, he was in Elastigirl's hand. Used his mind powers or something to remove the goggles, and broke them. And then Elastigirl was free and stuff like that. So he tried to, and then they saved Incredible and Frozone, which was really great. So yeah, it was really good. It was really touching. And then Elastigirl was so proud of her kids that they gave, sorry, I can't talk. She gave them big hugs and stuff, saying that she was proud that that they saved them and stuff like that. But they have to save the day again, because the villain is still on the loose. The boat is facing to the building and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly say it. Elastigirl still needs to finish her mission. Left the other people in the Credibles group behind, because it's still Elastigirl's mission and stuff. The villain was on the plane. The businessman finally know that she was up to everything. She was up to the hypnotizing stuff and stuff like that, and all that stuff. But Elastigirl's trying to stop her by throwing some punches. But apparently she was out of oxygen, because she was all the way up in the air, losing oxygen and stuff like that. She doesn't have anything to breathe and stuff like that, but the villain did, which was kind of a bummer. But she was drowsy. She was running out of air and stuff like that. But luckily, she used this. It looked like a toy gun, but it's not. Shotting the oxygen tank and stuff like that, and blow her out of the freaking plane, which was, I don't know. And then Incredible, Jack, Dash, Violet, and Frozone was up to getting the boat, stopping the boat from getting to the city and stuff like that. So they stopped it. They stopped it later on after Elastigirl stopped the villain, saved her, but she got thrown to jail after stopping the boat. So yeah, and then they stopped the boat by turning it around and stuff like that, because Incredible was down under the sea and trying to make the boat turn around and stuff like that. So Frozone used his ice powers to stop the boat from hitting the city, and luckily that happened, which was great. And then luckily for them, they got to be heroes illegal again, which is great. Well, unillegal, if that makes sense. But yeah, so they get to be heroes in public again, so that's great. So it's finally restored. And yeah, and then Violet got to talk with the guy again, and yeah. And then she was going to the movies until something bad happened, so they had to get heroes, and then she quickly just gave him the money and just pay and just all that stuff. So that was hilarious. And then boom, and oh my god, I need a drink. So yeah, that was the review. It was a great movie. I loved it so much. I think I loved this a lot more than the first movie. It had a lot more action. It was really good, and it had a lot of funny scenes and stuff like that. It was really good. So I'll give the rating at least a 9 out of 10. Just a 9. I don't know why, but it's probably not it's probably not in top 5, but top 10 it is. So I'll give it at least a 9 or something. But yeah, so it was a really good film. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. So I've been talking over 30 minutes about this movie because I incredibly love this movie. It was really good. I love it better than the first one. So yeah, so guys, let me know how you guys thought of the movie. What would you give this a rating and stuff like that. I'll give it at least a 9. But it was really good. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching this review. I really enjoyed this movie. It was really good. It was worth watching and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll see you guys later. This is WeFan360 sign off. Goodbye, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.